this is going to be super messy. This is my first time doing a screen recording. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to go through the template on Canva, or just some Canva help in general. And I can post more of these if you want, but I went ahead and found the homework for this week. So it's in our Facebook group. So if you just click on the pricing menu template on Canva, it should bring you right to Canva. So this is a template that Kathy has already made for us. So we're just going to use this template. All right, so now Canva will pull you into this screen. First thing that you should know is this is just an idea basically, and exactly what it is, like a template. You can customize everything. So if you see me hovering over each thing, they create these little blue boxes, and actually what this is an entire separate image that was taken from one of these, from this photo section. So you can also go in, like this is just your business name. It's the same as like if you were using Word, like Microsoft Word. You can change the color. So you would go to like exactly what I just hit. Make sure you're on the little text box that you want to change. And yeah, again, you can change the color. You could change the font size if you wanted to. So I'm going to change it back to what it was. You can change the text box here, or the different types of text. There you go. And then I'm going to go ahead and change it back again to what it was. Now, what you can do is with these little arrows, you can also make this bigger or smaller. Okay. Now, if you notice when I did that, sometimes you'll see these little lines, and like the little purple line right there. And what happens is this page in particular is just giving you a general understanding of where this text box is lining up. So it's kind of giving you an idea of making sure it's even. So if I have it here, you can see the crosshairs. That means it's in, it's exactly even, the top part of that with the rest of the page. So those are super helpful in helping you figure out where you want to place everything. Now, every piece of text is going to be in a different text box. So you can see that this one is in a different text box than this one right here. And again, all this is customizable. The same thing we just talked about. Like I would just write my name, but there we go. That's my name. And then from there, if I didn't like where it was, I could go ahead and adjust it. Maybe I wanted it a little lower. Maybe I wanted it right under a little bit more. And yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Again, like if this cloud situation is not my jam, this is literally just a picture. So what I could do is I could click on it and say, okay, I don't like this. I want to change it to something that fits my business a little bit more. So for me, I'm really into photography and travel. So I'm going to go ahead, I clicked on it, and you can just delete it by hitting the delete key on your keyboard, and it'll go right away, or it'll go away. And I want to replace that picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the photos. So again, my thing is travel. So I have some recently used photos I really like, but what I can do is I can go up here to this, and I can search just travel, and it'll pull up all sorts of pictures. Now, if you hover over, you'll see that some of them are free, and the ones with the crown right here, these are pro. So you would have to buy Canva in order to actually like be able to use these without having a watermark on them. So, but again, if you accidentally click on one, all you have to do is literally hit the delete key on your keyboard. I'm gonna just, for this sake of this video, go with this one. Okay, so once I click on it, it pops up right onto my page in my template. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drag it where I want it. And again, you can see the purple lines helping me center the photo. So it's not as big as I would like it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and click and drag, and you'll see the little arrows pop up. I'm just going to continue to make it bigger till it fits the page and it's the way I want it. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. Once you're done, you can just click off, and now you're not on there. You want to make sure that you're clicking on what you want to change. Okay, let's see. Okay, and so let's say I wanted to take away like this is a logo, so somebody built this logo out in Canva, and I don't want this logo, so I'm just gonna delete this because that's not my jam again. Okay, and the logo might be built out of a multitude of things, so you might have to delete a lot of text box or picture boxes. Also, one really helpful thing is too, if you don't want, like, let's say your text box or your picture is not the direction that you want it, you would actually use these little arrows, hover over the arrow thing right here, and then what you could do is you could actually turn it. So I know in a couple other softwares, if you just hold it right here on the corner, it'll turn, but in Canva specifically, you have to hover over those little arrows right there and follow it and turn it the way you want. So that's something that's helpful too that I forgot. Okay, but I'm gonna get rid of that. Now, one thing that's really helpful, Canva is actually great if you kind of learn how to use it. So what I'm gonna go here or do here is I'm gonna go to templates, and I'm just gonna try to search for logo. Now this is really cool. Let me see. Let's search for you can actually, these are templates using logos. Okay, so never mind. I'll show you how to do the logo in a second if you wanted to do a logo. But for now, let's just say we're going to go ahead and put a picture in there again, just for, or I'll go to the elements. So the difference between the photos and the elements, okay, is these are sometimes a little bit more like cartoon-like or like sticker looking. So what you can do, they have sections if you're overwhelmed by searching for all of them. So you can go to grids, shapes, frames, anything that you're looking for. Or if you just don't know exactly what you're looking for, like maybe I'm looking for a camera, and here's some of these like little element things. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this. This will work for me. Okay, for the sake of now, I'll leave it like that, and I'm just gonna adjust it the way I want. So again, super helpful that these crosshairs pop up, because then I can tell that it's centered. Now they've done a great job of kind of building in, this is like a build in your own thing. Everything's there for you. So if you have a website, you could go ahead and put your, double click on here, okay, and find that. You could put your website name. So let's just say mine is www.kestonmendoza.com. Okay, I'm gonna drag this out a little bit more because I want it to be in one line, and then I'll go ahead and put my Instagram handle. So mine is at Keston_Mendoza. Okay, and again, I'm gonna go ahead and drag this out. If you want, you could, like, I believe this is just for your copyright. If you wanted to copyright this, I think that's what that's for. Or maybe it's just, I'm not 100% sure. I don't need it, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna click on it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just delete that because I don't need it. Now, let's say, okay, this is me. So again, same thing. I would literally just go in, I would just double click on this or find my cursor, and I would go ahead and delete that or put whatever I would want to put. So let's just say about me, and I type that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and click on this again because I want to change the color. I'm feeling this blue color. Okay, I want to go ahead and change the text as well. So I'm gonna go up here, find a text that I like. again, with the crowns, these fonts are ones that you would have to actually be paying for Canva Pro with. So I'm gonna find a free one because I just think that the free version of Canva does just fine. And let's just go with, this is nice. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger because it's really thin. I'm still kind of small. That'll work. Okay, probably not the best font for this template, but that's okay. And then you could again just click on this, write your about me, write whatever you would like to put. Super easy. And if for some reason, if there is not anything that that's already built into this that you would want, you could go over here. Let's say I want to put more text in. I need another text box to type in because you can't just double click and add text. So you have to add a text box. So you have to go to this text. Okay, I'm going to add a subheading. Okay, that's actually too big, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to add another body text. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take this. If you need to move the text box, you're going to hover over this, these crosshair arrows here. Okay, I'm going to hover, and I'm going to drag it right under here. And again, you'll see the purple lines line up and help you. Okay, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, and the more you type, okay, so let's just say I'm going to go ahead and copy this text. Okay, I'm going to delete that. Pasted it. Oh no, it's too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that smaller. Let's just go to 16. It's not really where I want it, so I'm going to move this text box. I'm going to move it in, and then now it's in line. You can see those purple lines, and I need to move this again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover till I find those crosshairs, and then I'm going to move it up. Okay, I got a little out of place. Okay, and so once I'm done, I'm just going to click somewhere on the white so that gets taken off. And again, these are things that are totally customizable. These are just pictures that they dragged and dropped. I don't want this picture. I obviously don't need it for my template, so I'm going to go back, delete it, go back to the photos. I'm going to search, let's click on, here's some top things. I'm going to go ahead and search for photography. Okay, and then I'm just going to find one that's free. Okay, I'm going to move it, hover over, because I need to make it a little bit smaller, so hover over one of the corners. Okay, I'm going to click in the middle, drag it so it fits where I like it. Still a little bit too big. Okay, and there you go. So I just literally replaced that picture. It's that easy. I could do the same with this one. So I click over it, make sure these 4 arrows are showing. So you want to make sure you click on the picture, make sure the 4 little circles are showing, hit the delete button. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and exit that. I'm still in the photo section, so photos. They already have some suggestions up here, so I'm just going to click summer. Okay, now this is nice. Okay, I'm just going to click on that. Again, it's too big. I'll make it a little bit smaller. Let's say I wanted to change the way it was sitting. I would hover over the arrows and move it. Okay, I don't want it like that, but you could do that. Okay, and again, you'll see those purple little lines show up. That will be really helpful to make sure that everything's centered. So I probably would not leave it like this, but just for the sake of this thing. So I'm going to go through, I changed the photos, I could change all the text, I could delete this text box if I didn't want it. Make sure that you are kind of going in and still changing these things that we changed from earlier. Okay, now again, you could change the photo of what you were going to talk about here. Okay, you need to these are your little bullet point offers. So offer title, let's just say offer 1. Oops. Okay, and then I would go in, I could put my offer description. I could go ahead and click fill in each bullet point. Let's like full photo package or whatever. Okay, probably this would actually be the full photo package. And then this is a separate, the cost right here is separate text box. So I need to double click on there. And then I could say cost, let's say 500. Okay, and again, if this wasn't where I liked it, what I could do is I could just hover over the crosshairs. I would click on it, hover over the crosshairs, and move this to where I would want it. Okay, and again, you can delete all of these photos and go over here, add your search for photos that you would like to use. Okay, and so that is it for that. This is just like, there's a lot of different things you can do in Canva, but I want to go ahead and help anyone who is struggling with actually building out their homework, because it kind of sucks if you're not familiar with Canva, and that's the reason why you're not getting this week's homework done. So I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions or anything else that you're struggling with in Canva, because I mean, I have no idea what I'm really doing teaching you guys this, but yeah, this is a really messy, rough version, so it's just helpful if you guys let me know if this helped you or not. So good luck, and yeah, reach out to me if you need any more help. So I also forgot, because you actually do need to share this with your friends. I believe that's the idea. So what you're going to do once you're done with your template and you're like, this is good, this is what I want to do, you're going to go ahead and click this download button so you can save it to your computer and then share it. Or if you have emails that you already know where you want to send it out to, you could do that. But if you wanted to save it to your computer, you could hit download. I would go ahead and just go ahead and hit PDF. You don't need a PNG. You're going to really need the PDF. This is a PDF file anyway. So you can, if you were going to print it, a PDF print is a little bit better. It keeps the photos and the type and everything in a little bit higher quality, and the colors makes it a little bit nicer to print. But if you're not, you can just hit PDF standard. That's totally fine. You want to make sure you have all your pages selected, so all pages, or if you just wanted to do page 1, 2, 3 separately, you could, but I mean, we need all the pages, so we're going to leave it as all page. And then let's see. Okay, it's making us hit or pay for the PDF. So if you wanted to, you could pay and download. I'm not sure why it actually charges you for the PDF. I never really use PDF, but let's see. I'm wondering if I accidentally used anything that was not free. Okay. I don't think so. Okay, so just for now, what we can do is we can download a free watermark draft, because why not? So I went ahead and hit the free watermark, and then it goes right to your computer. This is it just pops up in my downloads. Okay, so I'm going to open it, and this is what it would look like. Okay, I don't even see anything that's watermarked, so I'm not sure what I used that maybe wasn't free. And then yeah, from here what you could do is you could just go ahead, click that, save it to whatever, or save it wherever you want. Okay, and then once it's saved to your computer, then you could go ahead and email it out or post it in the Facebook group. Yeah, so I hope that helped. Sorry, I kind of like rambled a little bit at the end. But there you go. And now you have your template. So I hope that helped, and have a good one.